Are you a passion gamer? Are you a cute gamer? Or are you a cool gamer? These are the questions we answer on this channel. Hello gamers and welcome to another video in which today we're going to be opening up the brand new Shadowverse Evolve Idolmaster Cinderella Girls collab. So we not only have the 3 starter decks that I just briefly introduced just now, but also have a couple of boxes of the booster set as well, Idolmaster Cinderella Girls. So in this video, we're going to open up each of them. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about each of the starter decks. We're going to kind of just like quickly go through them because we do have 2 boxes to open, so I don't want to take up too much time. However, I do talk about each of these decks in quite good depth over in the competitive decks video, so if you want to find out more about what each of these decks do, then definitely check that out. But anyway, the Passion starter deck revolves around the Passion archetype basically, and the main card being Honda Mio. It's a much more, it's not like as aggro or as long game focused as the other two. It's a bit more mid-rangey, but also has a bit more of a surprise element of, you know, being able to summon stuff from the top cards of your deck. So for those of you that are into that kind of gameplay, I mean, myself included, honestly, I always like, you know, the excitement of flipping things up from the top of my deck. But that's definitely for you in that case. But what's cool about these starter decks is that you actually get a special pack in each of them, which is kind of the reason why a lot of people, especially when this came out in Japan, opened so many of these. So we're gonna open that up. You also get, of course, the usual. You get your life tracker and all of your little markers and whatnot. And then you also get the deck packaged in this plastic. So you can open up the plastic like so, then take out the deck from within, and then it just kind of pops out. And so then you just remove this tab from the deck, and then you can take a look at what's inside. So you actually get good numbers of everything. So you get 3 of the Honda Mio, you get 3 of the, you know, partner in crime kind of, Takamori Aiko. She's the one that works really well with one of the 9-cost cards in this deck. Akane Hino, the 7-damage Storm, also looks fantastic. I mean, the foiling always in English just like looks so strong and so nice, even stronger than the Japanese one, honestly. You use Akikaoru as well, so basically a bit of recursion from your cemetery. Suzuho Ueda, she's the carrot that you'll see a bit later down the line. Akagi Midia, she's pretty good as well for that early game. Yaguchi Miyu, then we have Matsuyama Kumiko, she just evolves as a 4-drop. There we go. Kirari Moroboshi. On play refreshes each follower on your field, very strong effect, and basically becomes a 6-cost as long as you have a 1-cost follower on your field, which is pretty good. We have Zaizen Tokiko as well. Deals damage to each enemy leader equal to the number of IMAS followers on your field, not including herself, which is pretty strong. You get 1 copy of Hoshi Sayoko. 3 Natalias. Then going down, we have Shizuku Oikawa here at 3 as well. Some of these also pop up in the booster set itself too. So we have Suzuho Ueda here, the evolved version, as I said. I guess not really a carrot. She's more of like the world tree. I never played that Idolmaster game, so I don't really know the deeper implications of this. We get our 1 evolved Tsuyoko Hoshi as well. So a total of 10 cards in the evolved deck, and then you get your 5 passion earrings. So these are the magical items that basically when you show that your leader is that of Idolmaster, so you're not using a class, but you're using the Idolmaster class. At the start of the game, you basically lay out your 5 magical items in your EX area, and then you use them throughout the game for the lesson mechanic, which you see on these cards here. So her gimmick, as I said before, looks at the top 2 and summons a passion follower from among them, and you can see here passion is their trait. But I go into more depth about this deck and like the competitive build for it in the actual competitive decks video, so please do look forward to that. How should we do this? I'm thinking if I want to keep the packs for the end, or like after we open all 3 starters. Maybe let's do that. We'll just open all 3 starters and then open the packs after that. It does say which one is which, so it does say it's passion. Let's take a look at cute. This one is the more tanky, more sustain heavy one. So inside we have our cute pack, which we'll open afterwards, and then the starter deck as well. I already removed the play guide and everything. So remove the tab here, and inside this one's also quite good. We get 3 copies of the Uzuki, which is also of course very good. She basically summons a cost 4 and cost 2 or less cute follower from your cemetery back to the field and buffs them up. So for example, this Igarashi Kyoko, and then for 2-drop you have the Kohinata Miho as well. So she looks at the top card, and if it's a cute, you can add it to your hand, and she gets rush if you have 3 cute followers on the field or more. This card's really good. 1-drop 2/2 that gets +1/+2 and ward if you have 5 or more cute cards in your cemetery, which is pretty easy to achieve. So this card is honestly pretty damn strong, not gonna lie. Ikebukuro Rakiha as well, she's good. Little removal on her evolved form. We got Kurihara Nene eating the banh mi there. It even says like Vietnamese food in the background, which is pretty cool. Donmyoji Cutting. So she's a ward that heals herself 2 and draws a card, which is pretty nice. 1 copy of Imai Kana. She's also in the booster set. She's just a bronze. So this card's also very good. Shina Noriko. So if you have at least 3 IMAS followers on your field, she gets +1 attack and rush. She's normally a 2/3. And every time she attacks on strike, she gets gives your leader +2 health, which is +2 defense, which is really, really strong. So overall, just a really, really good card. So this is the majority of the contents of the deck. We have our Evolve followers here as well, with the one of Imai Kana 2. And then the 5 cute earrings this time for the magical items, your 3 evolve points, and the leader, Uzuki Shimamura. So they're all sword leaders this time around, but you don't necessarily have to use them in just sword. You can use them in the Idolmaster decks themselves. And now finally, in my opinion, the best one, especially if you want to get into competitive evolve, just buying the cool starter deck and some upgrades from the booster set will basically get you a tier 1 deck. I think cute is definitely up there as well, but cool does feel like it is miles ahead, and it's pretty, but cool does feel like it's really just that best deck from these ones. There's definitely a lot of cool Idolmaster decks, including like combo Idolmaster if you want to have a more like forest craft playstyle. There's also like more mid-range versions, because cool is a lot more aggressive, right? Like cute is a lot more late game focused and like sustainy. This one is super aggressive, as you'll see from what the Shibuya Rin says. But I think if I just show you the effects, you'll see what I mean. So I'll put the pack aside for now. We're gonna open that afterwards. All right, and then flip it up and take a look at what's inside here. So Shibuya Rin herself is a 3-cost 3/3 with Storm. Then when you play her, if you have 3 cool followers on your field, you can give another follower 3 attack or less Storm, which is really strong. And you can pay one of the magical items that you get from the start of the game and 1 play point to give her +1 attack once per turn. So a really, really good effect, and she's a must-have 3 of in the deck as well. So really good that we get 3 of her. You also get 3 of the Naokamiya as well. Basically looks at top 5 to summon 2 cool followers that cost 4 or less in combination, and then put the rest at the bottom. So you can summon like, you know, Shibuya Rin and 1 cost or like 2 costs and stuff like that. So really, really good. It just has to add up to 4. And then we have the very powerful 1 drop that is of course the Hojo Karen. Start of your end phase, if you have no other cool followers in the field, she takes a damage. So she's basically a 3/1 on turn 1. Otherwise she's a 3/2, and you can pay 3 and 1 lesson to give all followers on the field +1 attack, which is really, really strong. So you get to unleash some strong attacks. God, I completely forgot that Okazaki Yasuha comes with the starter deck too. So this is a really strong card. Searches for a 2 drop that is a cool follower. So cool is the trait you see here, and basically plays it out. She's a 4/4 that can summon the Yuki Misajo. On evolve, she's really strong, so look at that a bit later. You have other strong 1 drops like Takafu Chicago. Like so far, all the cards we see here is from the competitive deck. Like the first one that you would replace is Mizuki Seira, I guess. She has Storm, like even then she's not bad for a 5 drop, and she does evolve. Honoka Ayase does stay as well. She gives Rush to one of your other Idolmaster followers. Umeki Otoha is played in the combo Idolmaster deck, so she's important for that. Single Vessel is played in some things too, just to have a bit of that, you know, damage. Full Bloom Panorama is kind of nice to have in Runecraft. Takumi and Nao can also be replaced together with the Rookie Trainer. She basically lets you power up your other Idolmaster followers. Yuki Misajo's Evolve form, it's really strong. Gives another cool follower in your field +1 attack, rush, and assail when she evolves. So that means if you play her from this will become a 5 attack, rush, and assail, which is really, really strong. So just for that, this start deck is really, really good. Your Goblin turns into a 3/3 that you can pay 3 when you evolve into her to deal another 3 damage to your opponent's face, which is really, really good. And with the Seira Mizuki, she keeps her Storm as a 5/5 and also deals 5 to an enemy follower. So she's really not that bad too. So then these are the magical items, your evolve points, and the leader, Shibuya Rin. I was actually just in Shibuya just now before recording this as well, which is kind of funny. So that's the starters. Now let's take a look at the packs. So we have a 3 of 11 possible cards in each of them, and they are the cards that come from the starter decks themselves. So you can kind of see here that is basically, you can even get the leader card as well, which is really, really huge. My pulls from these in the Japanese one were decent, but I know some people that really opened a lot of them just hunting for the leader. So you can kind of tell if you have the leader or not just from opening it from the back. So let's take a look here. Okay, looks like no leader, but I do feel texture, so let's take a look. So for Passion, ooh, we do get the legendary in SL, that's good. We have Takamari Aiko, so she's good for the Passion deck, of course, and it comes with their own character sign here as well, and it's like in rainbow, which is very beautiful. So that's the SL. Then we have Media Akagi, so her sign as well here. This is the Evolve version. So this one's both basically just in premium foil, and then the other Media Akagi. So we get both the Evolved and Pre-Evolved version as a pair, which is really nice. That's honestly like one of the good cases to get. But the rainbow foil also looks really, really nice. You can really see it. Even on camera, you can kind of see it pretty well too, so it reflects quite nicely, especially in the light like this. So this was our Passion pack. Let's take a look at our Cute pack next. We'll leave the cool one for last. See if we can hit a leader. Not looking like a leader, but, you know, definitely would be cool, especially the Shibuya Rin would be a good hit. Oh, we do get the Kyoko Igarashi. So she's a 4-drop that is played in cute. Definitely a good hit, and her sign as well is very nice. She says Kyoko. Next, Yokoyama Chika. So she is the really strong 1-drop that I talked about earlier. And we have, hey, I kept talking about Banmi, and we got the signed Banmi this time. That's actually pretty nice. I'm pretty happy about that. The signs are also textured. I think all of them, yeah, even the regular premiums are also textured signs. So it's really, really cool. And finally, the cool pack. Can we hit a leader? I want to see it. It'd be really hype if we did, but I'm not holding my breath here. Doesn't look like we do. Okay. Let's take a look. Ooh, okay. Hojo Karen with the sign. That's very nice. Definitely hitting one of the 3 girls, you know, is always good. Let's take a look at what we get next. Oh, Chizuru Matsuo. As long as it's one of the decks that's, I mean, the cards played in the deck, it's definitely very good. Sorry, my camera got overwhelmed by the beautiful glitter here. So we have Chizuru and, the evolved Mizuki Seira. So I really like her art. So honestly, I'm personally quite happy about this. So very nice, and also with the beautiful signature too. So this is basically what you get. A lot of people do buy a lot of the starter decks just to try and get all of these in SL. So it's a nice way to like max out your decks, essentially, is just, you know, like opening up these and then kind of like trading your spares with your friends of like what you don't need. So definitely a pretty cool little addition to the normal trial decks personally. But enough of that, it's time to open the actual set. So I don't think I ever opened a box of this in Japanese because I was actually away from Japan. I was visiting my family when this set came out in Japan. And then I came back and just basically bought singles way back. This was already like last year, September. So just about a year ago. And so this will be my first time opening up actual packs of the Idolmaster set. So I don't really know too much of what to expect. Pretty excited though. You can see here, this is the back of the box. We have Shiki. I like Shiki a lot. I don't really follow Idolmaster, but I do like her as a character quite a lot. But especially all the arts are just very, very nice, and they fit into Evolve pretty well too. And then we have the 3 girls that we have, of course, on the cover of the trial decks. So then we have, I think, 2 pack covers, if I'm not mistaken. So basically 2 of these are like the legendaries that are the, they're both like the neutral spells in the set. So I hope we can pull one of each of them to show you throughout this box opening. And of course, the very thick plastic of the Evolve packs never gets old. We have our 2-cost trainer, gives Bane or Drain to one of your IMAS followers. Mode Estival, a spell that draws 3. Rika Jogasaki. Then we have Shiroiki Chiyo, deals 2 damage to your leader, draws 2 cards. A little bit of support. Unbound Emotion, the Uriya Oi card. Pretty strong. I talked about this in the must-haves video. Ooh, and Hayami Kanade. She's one of the cards you need to pick up for the cool starter deck to upgrade it. Very good card. Hope we pull a bunch of it, and maybe from 2 boxes I can pull the majority of the actual deck. Haruyuki for Haven, and we get the earrings as well, but in thick. So if you want them thin, they're from the trial deck, and if you want them thicker, they are from the actual set. So that's the only like tokens in this set, basically, are just the earrings or like the cute items and stuff. You can also get foil items from tournaments and whatnot, so it's pretty cool. Azuki Momoi, really good for combo Deremas, very strong card. Last Daylight, going to be super important in bats in the future. Kamiya Now, very good for the cool deck. Oh, Yumi Aiba with the sign. So all the premiums come with signs, and they are still textured. You can see the sign here as well. So it looks very nice. She is a passion card that is played in the passion deck as well. So definitely quite nice to get this in the sign. I'll put it here at the front. Yuka Nakano, she evolves. Oh, Anastasia, speaking of combo Idolmaster, she's a very good card, especially for Forest in the future. Gonna be a must-have, so definitely want to pick this one up. I think I'll just make a row of golds on the top here. You're not gonna see it for now, but trust me, they're there. And then we have a Hojo Karen here, the Evolve version, and the cool pendant, which is now in thick token version. All right, let's keep on going. We haven't pulled any legendaries yet, so we'll take the first box a little bit slower. Takami Nao, Noah, sorry, she was from the starter deck, and so was Kana Imai. Rika Jogasaki we've seen already. Mando Barisa saw a little bit of play. She's a 3-cost 2/2 that on play looks at the top 3 and summons an Idolmaster follower that costs 2 or less from them, puts the rest in the bottom. So especially going first, if you just play this out, you actually get a pretty cool little like tempo gain from it. So honestly, not a bad card whatsoever. Goddess by the Sunlit Sea, very amazing card. Basically an insight for Forestcraft. So it just draws a card for 1, but if you have a 5-cost or more follower on the field, she recovers a play point. It works really well with Anastasia, who recovers you play points as you play cards during your turn, which is also really, really good. Takumi Mukai, she's a gold, but her effects happen when she evolves, basically. And there's the Noah that we saw earlier, too. All right, just 1 sign so far. It'd be really cool if we could pull one of like the URs, or honestly like just the signs in general, they look really good. Ume Kyotoha, she's also in the starter deck, and so is Natalia. So the cards that you get less of in the starter deck. Oh, hold up, we got our first legendary. It is Kaede. I do have a friend, I don't know if he's watching this, but that is a huge Kaede fan. That's like, he's the only reason why I knew about Kaede as a character before this collab set came out. She's really good for Haven, both for control and ward Haven, just being a 3/5 with ward for 5 cost that on fanfare banishes a follower. Inside of your end phase, she basically heals you 5 and draws a card if your leader's defense is 5 or less. So honestly, very, very good card just for that reason. We have a Nanzu, we have a Shiyuko Shiomi, Sayuko. I feel like I need to check the Japanese spelling of her name again, but she's a 9 cost 3/3 that needs to discard 3 cards when played to cost 6 less to play, so she becomes a 3 cost 3/3 but costs basically 4 cards from hand. And then she deals 4 damage to enemy follower and draws 2, so decent card I'd say, doesn't see that much play. And we have the evolved version of Shikichi no Se. She's played in Kuon sometimes, there were definitely some lists that used her, especially in Kuon if you have like some spare evolved deck slots, you might as well dedicate them to her, right? She's pretty. So on evolve, she chooses a card in your EX area and deals damage equal to its cost to your leader, and it costs, then the card will cost 0 to play. So you can technically do that to a dimension shift. And you can also engage her and discard a card to choose an enemy follower on the field and deal it 5 damage. So overall, pretty good card. I definitely do think it can see some play in Kuon here and there. And just overall a nice card, you know? I feel like when you have effects like that can play things for free, it also means that the gates on what they could do in the future are basically wide open. Last Daylight. Oh, we actually hit a UR with the rainbow sign. Wow. This is my first time ever seeing this card in person, I think. Like, even in Japanese, I never really saw it. So this gold we just saw, this is the same card, right? It basically, the name is different, but you can see it's Shiomi-san up here at the top. That's her original name. So we actually hit the UR. That's crazy. Look at the foiling pattern too. It's actually like, it looks like they're in a festival, right? It fits the characters really well. So it's the same card, but it's very, very beautiful. And they were using this card on the promotional works quite a lot. But damn, the rigged boxes accusations will never end. I swear to God, whoever it is at Busher that keeps choosing my boxes just does not want to give me a break. But I appreciate it. I mean, I'm definitely not saying no to beautiful, amazing pulls. But damn, looks so much better in person than I ever expected. That's kind of crazy. Oh, we have Miyamoto Frederica. I really like this art. It looks like she's like a magazine cover, right? It's very sweet. Oh, Senazuka Akira, she's also actually not a bad card. It's like pretty cool in like a ramp dragon, basically, just because if you have like 10 max play points, she draws you 2 on for 2 play points, which is not bad at all, right? So pretty cool stuff. But damn, we already hit a UR, so this box has already been a big dub. Let's go. Good stuff, good stuff. Sai, we saw her in the start deck. Ooh, Layla. She's very important. 4 cost 4/4 and evolve. She basically searches for a passion and a cool follower. We have more of the Kirari. She's in the starter deck. Little Devil, this is basically a, what is it, Angelic Snipe, but with the Runecraft trait, and also technically, I mean, you know, if you have 3 Idolmaster followers, it deals 3 instead, so technically it's a better one, but, you know, we have the same thing in Uo Musume as well. Kurosaki Chitose, also a pretty cool card too, another gold, and there we go, we have the Evolve Layla, so becomes a 5/5, searches for a cool and a passion, adds them to your hand. So really good for combo Idolmaster, and also quite good in just like variants of cool Idolmaster as well, just because you get to search out a bunch of your pieces, which is very, very good. Angelic Maid, good swordcraft card in general. Buff something with +1/+3 and heals your leader 3, which is really good. We have Mizumoto Yukari, Hina-Araki here as well. My Left, My Sound's pretty good for Passion Engines index. Oh, Akane Hino as well. This one's pretty cool. 5 cost 5/5. Rush to Sail and Strike deals 2 damage to each enemy leader. So having a Sail on a 5/5 body is always pretty nice. And you can also pay 2 and a lesson to give her Storm, which is the stronger part, I would say. We have the Kanaimai. She was the one of in the starter deck, so you do get her from the set too. So it's pretty cool. Like the starter deck cards, you know, there's quite a few exclusives, but you only need to buy 1 to get a playset of all the exclusives. And then some cards are just there as one-ofs, but they're available in the starter deck, so it's quite fine. Tachiba Narisu, I think she's like actually quite popular, but this card is very good for combo Idolmaster because she searches out the strong 1-cost spells and amulets. So very, very good for that. Ooh, Uzuki Shimamura. This is definitely the gold that was the biggest chase card in the set, especially the Evolve version. She's a 3 cost 3/3 that just heals your leader 1, but on Evolve, she searches for really powerful cards, and that's why she's considered to be very good. I'm sure we'll hit the Evolve version throughout the 2 boxes, so I'll just kind of wait until we get that. Oh no, this pack. This pack just disconfigured itself. Unfortunate. Honoka. All right, we got her here as well. She was in the starter deck too. Oh, and we actually got a sign of the Moroboshi Kirari. So I did talk about her earlier. Pretty cool to get her in sign too. She has a cute sign. She got a little like octopus thing going on there. I'm not sure what to call it, but I like this card in general, just in design. So definitely quite happy with her. Kudo Shinobu. Oh, Abe Nana. She's very good in Amulet Haven in general. So, and another one of the starter deck exclusives, or not exclusives, I guess. One of the cards in the starter deck that we don't get a full playset of. All right, moving forward. Continue on. Oh, Mayu Sakuma, really good for Control Sword. 3 cost 3/4 with a Sailbane Drain that you can buff up is always a recipe for success, let's say. Oh, nice. Another good card. Nagi Hisakawa. 4 cost 4/4 that banishes 2 1-drops from your cemetery to choose 1 or 2 of the following 3 effects. One of them destroys an enemy follower, the other one deals 2 damage to each enemy leader, and the last one draws a card and discards a card. So pretty good stuff overall, just good in like 1-drop heavy decks in general. So definitely a card that you're pretty happy to pull, and also very happy to pull the gold Honda Mio. 2-drop, 2/1 with Storm that on strike gets +1 defense if you have Uzuki Shimamura on the field, and gets +1 attack if you have Shibuya Rin. So very good card in cool Idolmaster variants. She's a passion follower herself, but she's played in cool because she can be searched from the Uzuki herself. Mihoko Hinata, we did see her before as well. Zaizen-san, Sparkling Days. Looks at top 2, finds a cool or passion, adds it to your hand, puts the rest at the bottom. It's kind of similar to the Uma Musume card that we had in the past. Ooh, brand new beat. Very important card for combo Idolmaster. I talk about combo Idolmaster a lot in the competitive decks video, so you definitely want to watch that. But this card's very good because if it leaves play, whether it's bounced to hand or removed by its own effect, you draw a card and it's not once per turn. So you can really make use of that to like dig through your deck pretty easily, which is very, very good. All right, just a few packs left now. On the right side, we still should have some legendaries left, but we already hit our big UR pull. Oh, and speaking of legendaries, I think we got one right here. Hey, we got the new wave. It is the pack art. There you go, right there. 6 cost 7/7 follower that on fanfare makes you pay less than 5 to destroy each enemy card in the field. So includes amulets and followers, so every single enemy card, which is really, really strong. Pretty cool. You know, it's a 6-drop too with like really good stats, so you'd have to pay all your lesson, but it's still very good for that. Ooh, Whispers of a Dream. This card is crazy. It's a 2 cost quick spell for Abyss that destroys any enemy follower that costs 3 or less and then buries the top card of your deck. So it's going to be really good going forward too, so you definitely want to expect a lot from it. And then we have Kanzaki Ranko. Really good card for Abyss, and also honestly for the cool deck too. I did play her in my cool list for a while as well, and I do think, you know, I still keep her in my collection for Abyss just because the evolve effect, being look at top 4, you know, put 1 into EX area and bury the rest is really strong as a way to just like, because putting something to EX area is basically like drawing a card, it's just that it's public, and then you bury the rest, which you can be, you know, used in Abysscraft, so quite good. Ooh, Classroom Lily. Never seen the sign of this before, so wow, it's like a very pretty sign. It's got a little ribbon to it too. This is, I wish my sign was this fancy. How do people even come up with these? That's crazy. Whoa, my MVP, Sagisawa Fumika, let's go. I hope I can pull more of her. I really do want to get at least 2 copies. She's super strong in Galmu, being able to search out a lot of your good 3 and 1 drops, so definitely want to try to pull another copy in the next box too. Wouldn't mind if that's the UR we could get in the next box too. Definitely the ultimate I would want the most, I think, just because she's a very usable one, a very good one. All right, we're getting to the last couple packs here in this box. Ooh, another goddess, that's good. Master Trainer, 8 cost 4/4 that puts 5 magical items into your EX area and recovers 4 play points, so basically a 4 cost 4/4. And so the magical items, of course, you know, you can use them more aggressively and then put them back in, which is pretty nice. And then we have the Takumi Mukai, the evolved version. All right, last 2 packs. Let's see what they bring us. Let's see if we have any more legendaries left in these 2 packs. Oh, I think we might. Let's take a look. Oh, Psychic Maiden, a very good card as well that can be searched out. Yumi Aiba. Oh, Tsukasa Kiryu. Drinking that coffee. She's just like me. For real, for real. Oh, Yuzu Kitami. Used in Passion quite a lot. Also used in Combo Idolmaster 2. On Evolve lets you bounce enemy follower that costs 2 or less back to their hand. She's an originally 1-drop, and her lesson ability also lets you bounce your own stuff that costs 1, which is also quite strong. And then the final pack for this box. Let's take a look at what we have in here. All right, do we have another Legendary. Ooh, we have Center Street, a very good gold spell. 3 cost quick that deals 5 damage to enemy follower, and if you have a passion follower on your field, draws a card as well. And all right, we pulled enough, I'd say. I definitely am not here to ask for more after those initial pulls. Overall, again, we have 4, 8, 12, 17 total golds, which is quite a lot. Sorry, I missed the Sagisao Fumika. Put her with the legendaries. That's how good she is. And then for the big hits, we got ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legendaries, 1, 2, 3 signed premiums, and 1 signed UR. Looks amazing. Each of these URs also comes in like multiple variants, so you can get like each of the characters as the sign too. So there's definitely a lot of potential ways to bling out your Idolmaster decks. All right, let's go for box number 2 now. So this one, would really like to hit another Fumika, to be honest. I'm trying to actually just raw pull the dragon parts if possible, because I really do think she's super good for Galmu. Would be pretty cool to hit another UR, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up too much. I think we already emptied out my luck for this side. The one UR I personally really want myself is the Shiki, so if we can hit her, that would be like, oh my god, would be a dream come true. We're gonna take it a bit faster now on this side, so let's take a look and see what we can get. We've definitely been already opening a fair bit, so let's take a look here. We open up with a legendary. It is the Aiko Takamori. So she's passion support. Basically on fanfare, looks at top 3 for passion card, add it to your hand, and then on evolve she also has a pretty good utility effect as well. So let's take a look. Oh, another whispers, that's very good. And oh, the evolved version of Shinsato. So she's the 3 cost that draws a card and then evolves for like a lot into a 5/5 that revives a 8 cost follower, which is really strong. So she's pretty cool. Definitely does see some play in Haven, but hitting another Whispers is also very good because that card's going to be super important in Abyss going forward. So you definitely want to get your copies of her. Speaking of Abyss, Koshimizu Sachiko is also pretty good in Abyss, you know, having Storm and Bane when your leader's defense is 10 or less, quite literally Vengeance State, and also just, you know, pings yourself as well, which is always good. And we got the second Fumika, let's go, nice, thank you Bushrod. It's these kind of things that I really celebrate. Like, I definitely want these 2 for my Galmu deck, so definitely super happy about that. Good stuff. Happy times, happy times. Oh, we have our first signed here, the Haruyuki. So this is the Risa Matoba, like, hair card that gets +1/+1 in Storm. And she also has an evolve effect, which we can take a look at a bit later. I'll move these a bit to the side. All right, let's keep it going. Ooh, another brand new beat. That's also a very good card, so quite happy about that. I feel like Combo Idolmaster is probably the deck I would love to showcase the most. I didn't play it too much in the Japanese side. I played a lot of cool Idolmaster more because I couldn't, it's like the GPs in Japan take like, you know, 15 rounds of Swiss, and I can't see myself playing a deck like that for 15 rounds. Got another Uzuki Shimamura. I really want to hit the evolve version, but I see the Teddy. I know this face. It is the evolve version. Let's go. So she becomes a 4/4 by evolving for 1 and searches the deck for a Shibuya Din or a Honda Mio, and then puts it to EX area, and this turn that costs 2 less to play. So it's a really strong effect because the Mio Honda is the one we pulled earlier. That is like a 2-drop with Storm that gets +1 defense when you have a Uzuki on the board. And then the Shibuya Din is the one for like, you can get the one from the starter deck, but you can also get the one that is in the set, which is also a gold. That is like a 4/4 that pings 5 to an enemy follower if you have Shibudin, if you have a Uzuki on the board, and pings 5 to the leader if you have Honda Mio on the board, which is really strong. We have the Igarashi Kyoko, 7 cost 6/7 that heals your leader 3 on fanfare and draws 2 cards with ward, and then her evolve deck is pretty crazy too, so definitely very strong in just dealing with boards, let's say. I guess that's the best way to describe it. So look out for the competitive decks video where I talk about Control Sword a bit more, where Kyoko is definitely a big feature in. All right, let's keep it going. Full Bloom Panorama. So we've got, seeing a lot of familiar faces here. Yep, for the most part, familiar faces, just to sit here. For the gold slot, keep it going. Still only have 1 of these signs, so we should be able to still hit a few more in this one. Oh, we have the pre-evolved Shinsato. So as I said, she draws a card on 3 and then evolves for 6 into that big stat stick that revives something big. We got the Honda Mio again. If we can hit the Shibudin, that would be very good. But honestly, I'm making good progress into like actually upgrading cool just with 2 boxes. So we've hit 2 Honda Mios, we've hit 2 1 line of Uzuki, and then it's like, what else? We haven't hit the Shibudin yet, so maybe we can hit that in this box. That would be pretty good. So let's take a look here. Hojo Karen, Master Trainer, the 8-drop one, and the Yuzu. We did get her in the last box too. All right, second half of the box, take a look. Still want the Shibudin, In terms of legendaries, there's not much. It's mostly gold, I guess. Oh, we do have our second signed. It's the Kohinata Miho. So you see the textured sign here as well. So it's the cute support. Very, very strong card on Evolve as well. Oh, we have another Center Street. Another good card here too. So definitely happy about that one. Pretty good stuff. So you get signed versions of like the bronzes and the silvers. So you can really max out your entire Idolmaster deck just with all the signs, which is, you know, definitely feels good if you can achieve that. We've gotten a lot of Goddess by the Sunlit Sea, which I'm very happy about. It's a very, very good card just in general. Just for Forest too. So pretty happy stuff. Pretty happy stuff. But let's see. We can pull a leader as well. Probably not. Okay, I understand how greedy my requests are here. Let's take a look here. Nanabe. We haven't had her amulet yet, I think. So that would be pretty cool. Or her evolve version even. I think we've only had the basic one that looks at top 5 for an amulet and plays it. So let's see if we can hit the amulet as well. So there's definitely quite a lot of good golds in this set, so it's definitely a lot of that you want to collect. Oh, another copy of Kanade. Haven't had the Evolve one yet, so maybe... Okay, not in this pack. Maybe down the line. The Evolve one is a really good one that, like, for less than 2 deals 4 damage to something, which is really good to, like, take care of annoying early game and mid game boards. So she's very, very strong. Oh, we have a sign. It is Mide Hayasaka. So she is the bury card. Looks at top 3, puts 1 on top of your deck, buries the rest. And if you have 5 or more cemetery IMAS cards, she gets rush as a 4/3 for 3 cost. So pretty good stuff. Oh, I think we have another Anastasia. Would also love Anastasia in sign, honestly. The full art UR for Anastasia looks amazing. It's kind of cool. I guess it's like they can't do UR golds that much, but it does work for this set just because the characters are so popular, I think. So it'd be cool if we could get it. Just saying. I'm also just checking if we have any goals we haven't seen yet. We have seen Nakane Hino. Oh, and the evolved Kiryu Tsukasa. Selects an enemy follower in the field and destroys it. And if you have 10 max play points, deals 3 damage to its leader too. So pretty good effect just to, you know, progress the game a little bit. And we do have, I think, another 2 packs if I'm not mistaken. So should still have some legendaries in here too. So take a look. Azuki. Could it be a combo? Ooh, okay. I was gonna say, was it gonna be a combo line, but it's the Mizuki Kawashima. 7 cost 7/7 in SL, and the SLs are also signed. This card will not see play for a little bit, but come next year, during set 11, there will be a rune deck that uses her. She engages herself and deals 3 damage to each enemy leader and enemy follower in the field. And if you have 9 cards with different base costs in your cemetery, then she deals 7 instead. So that's the part that we're going to be using in the future, basically. All right, I think that probably does mean that we don't get a UR in this box, but, you know, still, we opened up with such a strong one that I really can't complain. All right, final pack. Let's take a look. Let's see. I think we should still have a legendary in here. So hopefully it's a good one. Is there anything that I really want from the legendaries? I'd like the base Shiki form, I guess. We already have the evolve one, so base Shiki would be appreciated. Sanae, Yumi Aiba, Anzu, we have Kiryu Tsukasa for the golds, Lila, and that is going to be it. I guess in hindsight, we did hit a few. We hit like 5 legendaries. So I guess we already, no, more. I missed this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legendaries. So never mind. I was asking for too much. So for this box, we got ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 normal legendaries. 1, 2, 3 of the signed bronze, silver / golds, and the 1 signed Mizuki Kawashima as well. And that's going to do it for this video. This has been an opening of Idolmaster Cinderella Girls, the collab set in Shadowverse Evolve. It's a very fun meta, so I definitely want you guys to experience it properly. It's a super fun time, so enjoy it during the BCS metas coming up. And I also have the competitive decks video coming up pretty soon as well. Sorry for the wait on that, but that's also going to be a must watch, not just if you're using Idolmaster decks, but also if you want to play against them, because you definitely should know how they work, because I think you should expect a lot of them to be pretty popular at tournaments going forward. But anyway, that's it for me today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, give it a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. But otherwise, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.